Dude, I'm literally ripping out half my hair. Okay. Survived. I don't even know how to start this video. I honestly might start crying. I'm just so excited and happy to be doing this, but today's video is in collaboration with Jessica from Jambeauty89, which is so freaking cool to say because I've been watching Jess's videos for, I want to say a couple years now, and if you are a subscriber of my channel, I'm pretty much 111% sure that you will love Jess's channel as well. So basically we each picked out 5 of our top underrated products that we think the other person would like, and we're going to be testing them in this video. So I'm testing Jess's products, she's testing my products, but we also are in each other's videos explaining why we chose those and why we like them. I personally only feel comfortable doing collabs with people that I feel like I fully trust and that I can fully recommend to you guys, and Jess is a good one, you guys. She has such a good vibe about her, and I also just love her video ideas. Some of them I'm like, how the heck did you just think about that? And sometimes I feel like when I'm watching other people's videos, they'll be talking about something and I have like 10 follow-up questions. When I'm watching Jessica's videos, I'll have those questions pop in my head and then she's just like answering them as they go. Like, I don't know if it's because she used to be a teacher, so she's like predicting what people are gonna ask already or what, but I just feel like her videos are so useful, and the way she talks about products and just explains stuff, it's just so clear. Like, she's so good at speaking. She's good at words, okay? I feel like I am just chilling, hanging out with a friend when I watch her videos, and I hope someday that we can actually like chill in real life and meet. She's easy to listen to, I trust what she's saying, and I really think you guys will love her channel if you're not already subscribed. So I'm gonna have her video linked down below where she's testing my products. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are already subscribed to her because I'll get like tweets and stuff about her all the time, but if you haven't already checked her out, go do it. Oh, she also has the cutest baby on planet Earth. Just a bonus. But if you're here new from Jess's channel, say hi down below. My name is Taylor. It's not Talia, it's not Taylor, it's not the Taylor, it's Taylor. I know it's confusing. I live in Seattle. We basically just chill here, put on makeup, and talk about Mexican food. So if you're down for that, you can subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. But let's get into testing out Jess's underrated products.
Hey, Bayritos. It sounds weird coming from my mouth. I know. I won't say it again. I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm Jessica, and I'm going to share with you guys some products that I think Taylor's going to love, that I think you guys would like too. They're very underrated in my humble. And I'm wearing all the products I recommended on my face today too, so you can see them on me. You'll get to see them on her and really see how they work on 2 different people. The first one I wanted her to try was the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer. It says it's a healthy glow, pore minimizing effect kind of a primer. I like this because of the glow it gives. I really don't find that it minimizes the pores much. That's not really what this does for me, but what it does do is give that really like lit from within glow that I know I like and I know Taylor likes too. So I use this by putting it on first as my primer. And a little pro tip, and by pro, I mean I'm not really a pro, but a little tip from me to you is I like to put it under my eyes, like where I'm gonna put concealer. And I feel like because it's got that glow to it, once the concealer goes on top, it just sits really pretty on top of it and has a little bit of glow.
Okay, I can't believe today's actually the day. I'm so excited right now. We've been planning this since like April, so it's exciting to finally be doing this. But Jess's first product was the Essence Fit and Fresh and Fit. I'm like weirdly nervous right now since I know new people are here. So looking on Ulta, this retails for $5.99 and you get 1 fluid ounce of product, so very affordable. I love any kind of glowy products. I want to test this by putting a matte foundation over top to see if it kind of like comes through the matte foundation. I usually use a super glowy SPF, so today I didn't do that. I just put on like a normal moisturizer because I wanted to see how much glow this guy has on its own. It has cranberry water in it. Am I the only one that thinks of UTIs every time you hear cranberry? But anyways, let's put this on my face. Jess's pro tip was to apply this underneath my eyes as well. And she said it kind of like helps with the concealer over top. It kind of like comes through the concealer. Ooh, okay, this is definitely glowy. Feels really nice and moisturizing, but still super lightweight. It almost feels like a gel. I always love products like this too for days when I'm not wearing any kind of makeup. Like if I'm not wearing foundation, but I still want my skin to just look really glowy and healthy. This is looking really pretty. It does feel like it's kind of starting to set down a little bit and almost like sink in, which I like. Okay, so bringing it underneath the eyes. I could use all the brightness under there possible. So the scent, what did this smell like? I didn't even notice it. It just has a really subtle It does have a fragrance, but it's pretty subtle. It kind of smells like baby wipes. One of the claims on the back of here is that it's visibly pore minimizing. I agree with Jess that it does virtually nothing for minimizing the pores, but it did give a really pretty glowy kind of look. But yeah, it definitely doesn't really like fill in your pores at all. So for foundation, because this is one of the most matte foundations that I actually like, I'm going to use the Lawless Woke Up Like This. This one's a little bit dark, but I do have a little bit of self-tanner left over, so I think the shade will hopefully be fine, or I can mix something in with it. But I do want to see if that Essence Primer kind of comes through. Nice and clean. So if you guys are new here, say hey down below. I'm going to do a Shadow and Schmooze video soon, so all of you new people can just hang out and we can get to know each other. But comment your name down below, where you're from, I don't know, something exciting. Wow, I just got a lot of foundation. Okay, it is for sure coming through the foundation because this foundation is totally matte. So far, I'm liking this primer. It for sure is coming through the foundation. Like I said, this is normally like a completely matte foundation and it looks super, super dewy right now. So, whoa. Okay, I do want to see if this also kind of comes through the concealer. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. Do I still have lash glue? Yep, cool. I do think that looks glowier underneath the concealer as well. I think a product like this could be especially useful if you are someone who has like maybe 1 or 2 different foundations, like a normal human being, not 500. Maybe you want a dewier face one day, or you just want to alter the finish without buying a completely new foundation. This could be really useful because it totally changed the finish of that. So I thought about doing the rest of my face on camera, but I think if I do that, this video is going to be like 47 minutes long. So I'm just going to do up until the next step in the next product, which is blush. Okay, so I just kind of finished up my base. I used the Palladio Definer, which this is also super underrated, but this is a more recent discovery, but it is so freaking nice. And then I used this MAC highlighting palette, also very beautiful. So now we're ready to blush it up. This is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blush in the shade 10 Rosy.
Okay, the next product I wanted her to try is from Neutrogena, and I feel like that's a brand that's easy to overlook because they don't have a ton at the drugstore, but on top of that, I feel like a lot of the things I've personally tried I haven't loved a lot. But their Healthy Skin Blush, they only have a couple of shades and it's so beautiful. I do think blush is one of those things you can get for really inexpensive and it can be absolutely amazing. Like I don't ever feel like you have to spend a lot of money on a really good blush. But this is one that I also really like the color and the tone. So if you're near my skin tone, which Taylor, I think you and I are pretty similar in tone. It's just got this really rosy, pretty, glowy finish to it. I love this and I feel like it lasts pretty well throughout the day.
So everything Jess said about that sounds great to me. Peachy, rosy, glowy, sign me up. It actually came in a pack of 2, which I didn't realize because I got this from Amazon. It was 2 for like $9 or something, which I feel like is really good. This tone is like right up my alley. I love pinky peachy blushes, especially if they have a little bit of a glow. A couple years ago, I did a hidden drugstore video where I went in there and I found products that I've just never seen or like never noticed before in the drugstore. I kind of want to do that again. Let me know down below if you guys would want to see that. So you can build this one up and there is a little bit of a glow, but it's not like too shimmery. Keep in mind, that's my highlight. I already have my highlight on, so I'm kind of just blending on top of that a little bit. This is beautiful. Oh yeah, I can tell I'm gonna wear this a lot. I like that this is one of those blush formulas that isn't lifting up stuff underneath it, but I feel like I am gonna use this a lot. It is super pretty. Ooh, yeah, I love the tone of this. So far, we're 2 for 2, folks.
So the next product I think is underrated is this L'Oreal Chromatic Bronze Loose Pigment, specifically in the shade As If. But it's just this loose pigment that is this gorgeous color, and the reason I like it is because it's not completely opaque. And I know at first you're probably thinking like, well then why is that any good? Like most pigments really can cover some ground and like really have a lot of pigmentation. This one ends up adding this beautiful wash of color. I have it on my lids today. I feel like I can tap it on with my finger. I can wet a brush and tap it on that way. And it just ends up looking really pretty and seamless. But you can put it on top of another shadow if you want just like a wash of this really pretty sheen. Or you could wear it alone and it just looks like one of those kind of undone glossy lids kinds of a thing. And I just think this is beautiful.
I haven't tried any of these before, so I was really excited when Jess picked this. I usually use loose pigments wet just because I don't want to deal with them like falling all over my face. But I think I'm going to try it out with the ColourPop palette, this new one, because I'm freaking dying to try this. I'm all about a good yellow, and oh my gosh, this looks freaking heavenly. I feel like these tones with a rose gold could weirdly work. Like I typically wouldn't put those two together, but hopefully it goes well. That's kind of like a murky sewage yellow, I would say. I'm gonna add a little bit of Totally Buggin' over top, which has more of like an orange to it. Or not. That looks more yellow. That's confusing. I think for the lid, I'm gonna do Buzzkill, which is this brownie kind of color. That hopefully will look good with the rose gold shade over top. Oh, that is like that camel brown shade I love. I don't know. We'll see how this rose gold is gonna look on top of here. It might be a disaster. We'll find out. So I think what I'm going to do is just tap this into the lid here, and then I'm probably going to use a brush first, and I think I'm going to wet it, since that's usually what I do. So I'm just going to spray my brush with some MAC Fix Plus, dip in, go to town. Ooh. I see what she means by it's kind of just like smooth and a little bit subtle. Like it's not as intense as a lot of loose pigments. I'm going to try it with my finger. Oh, whoa. Okay. Way more intense with your finger. I think you can kind of wear this one however you want. Like if you want it less intense, just use a brush and only do one layer, or you can kind of build it up. But I think with that pinky tone, I need to bring like a warm brown in there. The matte shades in the BH Cosmetics Santa Fe palette are so creamy and beautiful. Okay, it somehow kind of came together, maybe, hopefully. I basically just added a lot more warm browns in there and kept blending and building, and hopefully now we don't look like a sewage pipe. But the pigment I do think is really beautiful. I want to try other colors of these. I feel like this would look super pretty over top of purples. Just avoid the yellows. I'm about to pop on false lashes, but then I remembered the next product is a setting spray, so I think I'm actually going to put this on really quick before I finish up my eye makeup, because I usually hate spraying stuff after the false lashes. Everything just like sticks together, you know? Not trying to have my eyelashes glued shut. So this is the Onomie Radical Setting Mist.
So the next one I wanted to recommend is one that it's a brand that not a lot of people have heard of, and I've only tried a few of their products. The brand is Onomie, and you can only, as far as I know, get it on their site. And so I was like, do we want to do this one? But it's so good. It's their Radical Setting Mist. And the idea behind this is it's a setting spray. It's a refreshing spray. You could do it before you even put on makeup, like a priming spray, but it's supposed to have antioxidants that can help battle the environmental pollutants and all of that junk that's getting into your skin throughout the day as you just live your life. So I love that it has that extra bit of skincare to it. I put it on after I put on my makeup today. And what I like about it is when I've powdered my T-zone, I like to spray this on because it takes the powderiness away and gives me a little bit of the dew back, but it's not overpowering. I think if you didn't powder at all, it might be a little greasy, so that's just something to keep in mind.
I had never heard of this brand, so I'm super excited to try this. It's always cool when you hear about like brand new brands that you've never heard about. I picked up the travel size just to see if I like this, and if I do, I'll purchase the full size. But I think this was maybe like 10 or 15 bucks, and then the full size I think is 30. So it ain't cheap, but if it's good, I love a glowy setting spray. Jess did say if you apply this without setting your T-zone, it could look a little bit greasy. I feel like my face is already like looking a little bit shiny. So I think I'm actually gonna quickly take my Makeup Forever blurring powder and just kind of set right here with this, which I rarely do. I usually don't set my forehead, but I do feel like if I'm gonna be putting a glowy setting spray over top, I need to kind of like mattify it a little bit right now, or else it's gonna look crazy. Okay, so now let's try this bad boy out. Hopefully the mister on the travel one is the same as like the full size. Here we go. Ooh, nice sprayer. It feels really refreshing. That mister was actually really nice. Sometimes on the smaller size bottles, you don't get a great top for whatever reason. Oh, did I put too much on? I may have. I'm looking pretty glowy. Let's see if it dries down. Okay, so I just finished off the eyes. I put on the Rude Cosmetics Audacious Lashes and then just put on some bottom mascara. So the setting spray. My fault. Now that I know how glowy this is, I think I definitely would spray a little bit less next time. I think I'm looking a little bit too glowy around like my nose area. I don't mind my forehead with this kind of glow, but I'm just going to put a touch again of that powder right here just to kind of mattify it. Look at that. This powder is magical. I love the mister on this. It doesn't have like an overpowering scent, and I love how glowy it is. I think just with other products underneath next time. Like if I was going to be using this, I probably wouldn't use this primer or a glowy primer. I would use more of like a matte base. But first impressions, I do really like this, and I am going to continue to try it.
The last product, Taylor, I wanted you to try was the Sephora Melting Lip Click. It is so good for every day. I'm wearing it today. I have the shade Caramel. I know, Taylor, you had to get a different shade because I think this was sold out. I wish there were more shades, but it is so comfortable to wear. It's really thin, and it's like a mixture between a balm and a gloss. This one is not super pigmented. It's right in between, where it's got a little bit of color. It makes you feel put together. This is one of those colors I love to wear, like my hair up in a top knot, throw this on and a little bit of like mascara and liner and out the door. Ooh, I just love it. I'm curious about the shade that Taylor got because if it's nice, I might buy it. Okay, thanks for letting me barge in on your channel.
So this is the Sephora Lip Click. I had to pick up the shade 02 Creme Brulee because the shade that Jess suggested was caramel. Do you say caramel or caramel? I go back and forth. Of course, when I just checked this on Sephora right now, that shade is back in stock. But this one looks like it might be like a pretty brown. Hopefully it's not too dark. I want to read the description on Sephora because I'm curious about this, if I need to do like a lip liner or anything. So this retails for 14 bucks on Sephora. It comes in 5 shades. Oh, it has really good reviews. It says it's a lipstick oil hybrid that melts onto your lips with a click stick component. Makes application super easy and fun. It has nourishing castor seed oil in it. Ooh, I'm excited. Let's have some fun and click. Oh, wow. I was expecting it to be like the brush kind of thing where you turn it and it clicks out. Oh, it clicks from the bottom. Wow. Okay, they were right. This is kind of fun. So I'm going to try this without a lip liner first and we'll see how it goes because I just want to see the color on its own. Oh, yeah. I think this shade actually might be more up my alley than the other one. The other one that Jess really likes is more like pinky toned. I feel like for me, this kind of tone is more what I go for on like an everyday basis. And this is beautiful. I totally get what she means by you could just like throw this on, put your hair in a bun and go. Looks like you have something on your lips. Doesn't feel too oily. It feels moisturizing, but not like super greasy oily. It just kind of like smooths it out. Jessica, pick up this color. I just want to keep like layering this on. Let's take the clips out. Dude, I'm literally ripping out half my hair. Okay. Survived. Jeez Louise. All right, so this is the final look. I think the thing I'm most excited about is probably the lip click and the setting spray. I think these are like my top 2, and the blush. I mean, I liked everything. There isn't one thing that I didn't like. I just think those are my tops right now. But if you're new here from Jess's channel, I would love to have you hang around and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I also do foundation Fridays on my channel every single Friday, and I do a series called 15 Days of Foundation once a year. That's a big project, shebang. Don't forget to go check out Jess's video where she's trying out my top 5 underrated products. She's a gem. I think you guys will honestly love her, and if you don't, something is wrong. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.